In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 4 of 1883, titled The Crossing. Now, basically, in this episode, it just tells the story of how the group must face and cross this river that was mentioned in episode 3. And all the while, they have to understand what's going on. And Shay, the character that Sam Elliott plays, tries to map out how to do certain things. Well, the character of James Dutton, played by Tim McGraw, doesn't actually, abide by them and stuff. So they're always bashing heads, and it's really good to see. I do want to say that the character that Sam Elliott plays is really, really good. It's the reason I watched this show. If he wasn't in it, there's probably no other reason I would watch this show. Other than that, Tim McGraw does give a good performance as James Dutton, and he really stood his own in this episode. Basically, before the group goes on this crossing of this river, he goes and crosses the river himself the night before with his wife and son. And Elsa stays behind with the herd. And the reason Elsa stays behind with the herd is because she is falling in love with this cowboy that she likes, that is around with this group. So they share a moment. They they kiss, and she starts liking him. So there's that aspect of the character of Elsa Dutton falling in love with someone. It's really too soon, which I believe it's only the 4th episode. And other than that, the entire episode is just them crossing the river, lives being lost, and then all the while of trying to understand what's happening. We do get a flashback of the character of Shay in the Civil War, and how his time in that trend is affecting him and his PTSD. As he's sleeping, he wakes up screaming, and Thomas, his right-hand man, the African-American guy, is right there with him, trying to get him through everything, so to speak. So it's really good. I did like this episode, but I wanted more of it. I feel like it's a very slow-going season so far, and we're just still trying to get introduced to the characters, and I'm hoping that this show picks up, even though it is a origin story of Yellowstone, and it tells the story of the Dutton family, how everything started and how the range started. I'm curious to see where this goes. Of course, we know Tim McGraw's character of James Dutton is going to be prominent. I mean, I feel like his character in this first season is not really focused on that much. We're focused on the character of Shay Brennan, played by Sam Elliott, which is a really, really good thing, like I said. And there is going to be very interesting things happening, I hope. And I do like this show a little bit better than season 4 of Yellowstone. I know I keep bashing and harboring on season 4 of Yellowstone, but nothing really much happened in season 4 of Yellowstone. But for me, so far, this series, which is a prequel to Yellowstone, 1883, I feel like it's much more balanced and well written, and Taylor Sheridan knows what he's doing when he's writing these characters. And if you're curious to know why this episode is coming out now, this episode did not follow their usual weekly release. This was supposed to come out January 2nd, 2022, but evidently it didn't. They pushed it back a week to the 9th of January 2022, so I'm curious to see how this whole story plays out in 1883, if we'll get a second season, what's going to happen. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered so far, and how broad, how wide and range of an arc these characters will have if there is a second season. I mean, we still have so many more episodes to go. I believe it's probably 10 episode season for season 1, so I'm curious to see what happens. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 4 of 1883, titled The Crossing. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? And do you think that it needs to pick up a little bit and have the characters more developed in a way? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 5 review of 1883.